students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. You are staying safe and staying at home and taking prevention for this COVID-19. I am also doing the same thing as you are doing. So today we are starting up a new chapter that is called as the chapter coordinate geometry. The coordinate geometry. What is the name of the chapter? Coordinate geometry. Students, already you did this chapter in 9th class also. So it is not a new chapter for all of you, but some new formulas are right now to be said in this chapter. And first of all, we will start the introduction class today. So what is the introduction class today? Is look at it. I wrote a heading here that is called Cartesian coordinate of a point. Cartesian coordinate. So from here we can go for the coordinates. What do you mean by coordinate? And what do you mean by geometry? Overall, geometry, if you will divide it, you will get 0. If you divide, you will get 0 and you will get metry. This geo is called as earth. Geo is called as earth. And metry is derived from a Greek word that is called metron. That is called metron. Metron means measurement. What is this called as? Measurement. So we are going to the measurement of earth in coordinates. You have to go for coordinates. So right now I am explaining what is a coordinate. Coordinate, for coordinate you have to go for a Cartesian plane. What is a Cartesian plane? Now an outcome, what is a Cartesian? So a Cartesian plane, this is called as Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane. What do you mean by Cartesian plane? Now you see I am explaining what is a Cartesian plane. The Cartesian plane is a plane where the horizontals and the verticals lines are crossing each other. A graph book is a very good example of a Cartesian plane. If I will say in my figure, see my whiteboard can be called as a Cartesian plane. There will be a lot of horizontal lines and lot of vertical lines and they are crossing each other. One line I took it for you to explain the coordinates. See, suppose this is my Cartesian plane, this is my Cartesian plane, and on which my horizontal line is there and my vertical line is there. So they are intersecting each other at one place, that is called origin. What is that is called? Origin. You already read it in 9th class. Still I am reminding you. Then you took some points on the graph like 0 right hand side, 0 left hand side, 0 up and 0 down. So when it is in a horizontal plane, we are calling it as a x dash and x. And in a vertical plane, we are calling it as y dash and y dash. So O above. So these are all plus coordinates, plus points, and these are all minus points. Similarly, 0 right hand side all are positive and 0 left hand side all are negative. I hope you understood this slide. Now I want to go for now after intersection. See one thing, after intersection this line is divided into 4 quadrants. So it is our first quadrant from here to here, and this is our second quadrant from here to here. This is our third quadrant and this is our fourth quadrant. So we have to go for the sign convention of the quadrants also. In our first quadrant you see it is 0 right hand side, so it is plus, and it is 0 up, it is plus. So it is a plus and plus quadrant. Plus in x, plus in y. Positive in x and positive in y. But come to the second quadrant, it is a minus and plus quadrant. See, it is negative 0 left hand side and it is positive in 0 up. So it is a minus and plus quadrant in the second quadrant. It is by negative in x and positive in y. Now come to the point, the third quadrant. Third quadrant, it is negative. X in x it is negative and in y also it is negative. So it is a negative quadrant. Now go for the fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant is 0 right hand side, it is a plus positive, and 0 down it is a negative. So it is a plus minus quadrant. This is called fourth quadrant. I hope you got an idea about the quadrants. I hope you got about the Cartesian plane. So what is a Cartesian plane? A Cartesian plane is a plane in which some horizontal lines and vertical lines are intersecting each other. That is called as a Cartesian plane. And in that Cartesian plane, we can, if you will take a point, see, I took a point here, P point. In which quadrant I took? It is in the plus and plus quadrant. So it is in first quadrant. So I want to say the distance of the point from x-axis and distance of the point from y-axis. See, for that reason, what I did, I drop a perpendicular here. So, and I drop a perpendicular to the y-axis also from the point. So, this perpendicular line is, look, from here, the perpendicular line is going, and here from y-axis, the perpendicular line also going and meeting at this point. So, where it is touching the x-axis? It is touching the x-axis at 3 and touching the y-axis at 3. So, what is the x distance? All the distances will be measured from origin. So, what is your origin? Here. So, from here to here, what is the distance? That is 3. 3 in what? X. So, that is 3. And all the y code is also 1, 2, 3. So, 3, 3. So, what is the coordinate of this point? 3, 3. Now, I hope you got an idea about coordinate. Coordinate means a pair of for what is that pair? The pair belongs to the x-axis and the pair belongs to the y-axis. That is called x and y with a bracket called as a coordinate. So, coordinate is always saying you from x-axis and from y-axis in how much distance that point is. Suppose I am saying 3, 3. 3, 3 is a point. 3, 3 is a point P which is at 3 centimeter distance from the x-axis and 3 centimeter distance from the y-axis. So, this is called as a coordinate. Coordinate is a pair which is giving you x and y coordinates. I hope you understood it. So I hope you understood what is coordinate. Now on coordinate, I rated Cartesian coordinate. Why I said Cartesian coordinate? Because I am taking a Cartesian plane for it. So what is a Cartesian plane? The Cartesian plane is a plane where the horizontals and the verticals lines are intersecting each other. Look at it. I am writing a horizontal axis and writing a vertical axis here, and which is intersecting at the origin. So, if this is a Cartesian plane, and your graph book is a very good example of a Cartesian plane. Now, if we will take some point in the Cartesian plane, this Cartesian plane after the intersection, it is giving you 4 quadrants. First quadrant, second, third and fourth. So, now first quadrant is your positive, plus, plus and negative, plus, that means minus, plus is the second quadrant. For the third quadrant, it is negative and negative, and for the fourth quadrant, it is plus and minus. So, if I will say some points I am giving to you minus 2, 3. In 9th class we did it. So, this is a coordinate pair. This is a coordinate pair. Like that I am giving you minus 3, 4. Now I am giving you minus 4, minus 4. So, this type of, look, there are a lot of points. These are the points on the what? On the Cartesian plane. You have to locate them. That means here x is at minus 2 distance and y is at 3 distance. So, this definitely it is a minus and plus quadrant. It is belonging to minus and plus. So, this location is going to the second quadrant. It is to the second quadrant. Now, this minus and plus. So, this is also going to the second quadrant. But this is look minus and minus. So, it is going to the third quadrant. It is going to the third quadrant. So, according to the points or the coordinates, you are going to look at the points. So, it is minus 2, 3. So, where is minus 2? Here it is minus 2. Now, what is 3? 3 in the y. So, minus 2, you take a perpendicular line for minus 2 and take a perpendicular line for 3. This is the point Q. I am taking Q and you can locate by minus 2, 3. So, these are called as the location of the coordinate pairs. So, these are sometimes called as Cartesian coordinate of a point. This is a point. What is the Cartesian coordinate? Cartesian coordinate means the x coordinate and the y coordinate. Here the x, he is writing here from a given point. So, this is the point. From a given point, the abscissa and the ordinate. Look at it. The horizontal axis is always called as abscissa. The x-axis is always called as abscissa. And the vertical axis is always called as the ordinates. Clear? So, now the abscissa and ordinate, I hope you understood nicely. So, from a given point, here is the given point, and we are going to determine the distance of the abscissa and ordinate are the distances. These are the distances of the given point. What is the point? 3, 3. So, these are given point or which the distances are given point from the x-axis and y-axis respectively. From the x-axis and the y-axis respectively. 3 in x-axis and 3 in y-axis. So, we are getting this point. I hope this introduction is right now clear to you about the coordinate geometry. So, what is geometry? Geometry means geo means earth, and metri is derived from a Greek word that is called metron. Metron means measurements. So earth measurement. Now a question to all of you: how can you measure the earth? How many measurements are there in earth, and which types of measurements you are measuring in earth? That is obviously the answer is lengthwise and mass-wise and time-wise. So forget that. Now come to the coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry means geometry in a Cartesian plane. What is a Cartesian plane? The Cartesian plane is the intersection of the horizontal and vertical lines. So, and giving you 4 quadrants. According to the quadrant, you are going to locate your coordinates. What is the coordinate? It is the distance from the abscissa and ordinate from the origin. From the origin, how much in the abscissa and how much in the ordinate, you are going to locate that point according to their sign. So, I hope you understood this all introductory part of the coordinate geometry. Next, I am going to show you distance. Come to the next part. The next part is called as the quadrants and some important points on quadrants. So, next part we are going to know about a quadrant. What is a quadrant? I said you in a Cartesian plane there is 2 lines are intersecting each other. One is called your horizontal line and another line is called as your vertical line. The horizontal line is called as the x-axis or the abscissa, and the vertical line is called as the y-axis or the ordinate. The sign for that is, I said you, these 2 lines dividing you into 4 quadrants, giving you 4 quadrants. First is first quadrant, that is plus and plus. So it is a plus quadrant, and this is a minus. First is x minus, y plus, so minus plus quadrant. And third quadrant is a minus quadrant, it is minus, and the fourth quadrant is a plus and minus quadrant, so it is a fourth quadrant. And the origin is the intersection of the 2 lines, that is 0, 0. There have no signs at all, it is 0, 0. So the signs are 0 right hand side in x-axis it is positive, 0 left hand side is negative, 0 up in it is y-axis it is positive, and 0 below in y-axis it is negative. You already know it in 9th class. So now some important points on this regarding these quadrants. What are the important points? Let's see about it. What is that? I wrote it here. See, the abscissa of a point is its perpendicular distance from y-axis. Perpendicular distance from y-axis. Perpendicular distance from y-axis. This is called abscissa. Suppose I am taking 3, 0. See, I am writing here 3, 0. So 3 is the perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance, if I will do a perpendicular here, it is the perpendicular distance between, so this is this line, this 3 is a perpendicular distance to the y-axis. To the y-axis it is perpendicular. It is perpendicular. So 3 is called as the x coordinate. 3 is called as the x coordinate. That means it belonging to x-axis. So it belonging to abscissa. For that reason it is written here, the abscissa of a point is the perpendicular distance from the y-axis. From the y-axis, what is the perpendicular distance? I said 3. So look at this. I am doing the figure here for your better explanation. See, I am taking 1, 2, 3. So it is a perpendicular now. This is a perpendicular distance from y-axis. That is called the, what is that? X coordinate. That is called as the x coordinate. And here, if the x coordinate is there, then definitely the y coordinate will be 0, because there is no y coordinate. Y coordinate is not there, so it is written 3, 0. That is this point says about. The abscissa of a point is the perpendicular distance from y-axis. So what is the perpendicular distance from y-axis? It is 3. So now what is the ordinate or the x y coordinate? Y coordinate is not there because it is 0 now. Only it is showing the x. Only it is saying the x, and y coordinate is 0 here. Let's come to the second point. Second point is the ordinate of a point. What is the ordinate? Ordinate of a point, it is perpendicular distance from y-axis. So ordinate of a point, it is perpendicular distance from x-axis. It is the perpendicular distance from x-axis. So x-axis perpendicular distance is called as the ordinate. So if I am telling here, look, 0, 3. So x coordinate is 0 here, y coordinate is 3. So you have to go 3. So 3 is right now, see, this one is perpendicular to this one. So from ordinate, the perpendicular distance is called as the y-axis. So this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. So now here, in this condition, if y coordinate is given here and it is ordinate given here and the abscissa is 0 here. So 0 is the abscissa. Now, the third condition is, see now, the abscissa of every point on y-axis. On y-axis, the abscissa will be 0. Y is called as what? Ordinate. So the what will be the 0? 0 will be the ordinate. So the abscissa of every point on y-axis, the abscissa is 0 because it is only indicating the ordinate points. That means y-axis. So x is 0. Abscissa is 0. Similar, the ordinate of every point on x-axis. On x-axis, you cannot find any ordinates. So the ordinate is 0 in x-axis. And the origin, the coordinate of the origin is 0, 0. So 0, 0 is showing you the origin here. I hope this idea is clear to you. Again, I am saying the abscissa of a point is this perpendicular distance from y-axis. From y-axis, what is the perpendicular distance? That is called abscissa. The ordinate is the perpendicular distance from x-axis. From x-axis, what is the perpendicular distance? That is called as the what? Ordinates. Then the abscissa of every point on y-axis is, on y-axis the abscissa is 0. Because only ordinates will be present, so abscissa will be 0. And the ordinate of every point on x-axis is 0. Ordinate in x-axis, no ordinate will be there because no y-axis is there. It is only x calculations, x ordinate. So the ordinate on every point x-axis is 0. And the origin is shown by 0, 0. I hope this is all clear to you. Come to the next part. Come to the next discussion point. The next discussion point is distance between any 2 points. Distance between any 2 points on a line in xy plane. Xy plane is otherwise called as a Cartesian plane. So x, this is x, this is y. In xy plane, if 2 points are there, any 2 points are there, that is P and Q points are there. So what should be the distance between the 2 points? What should be the distance between these 2 points P and Q? What should be the distance between them? We are going to find it out now. So what I did, see how the figure I did. First of all, I take the xy the lines, the horizontal and the vertical lines. This is my origin. Put origin. Take a point P, x1 and y1. Let the P point coordinate be x1 and y1. Let the Q point coordinate be x2 and y2. Clear? So now join PQ. Now you join P and Q. Now you join P and Q. Okay? After that, what I did, see, I wrote here, first one, let P and Q be 2 points on x and y plane. P and Q be 2 points on x and y plane. So, what is P coordinate? P coordinate, let it be x1, y1. X coordinate is x1, y coordinate is y1. Q, x coordinate is x2 and y coordinate is y2. So, I wrote it here, P is x1, y1 and Q is equal to x2 and y2. Easy to understand. Now, what you are doing, that is the important thing you see now. Draw perpendicular PT and QU to x-axis. PT, a perpendicular, see it is in red dot line I showed you, PT. It is a perpendicular to x-axis and also this is a perpendicular to y-axis. QU, I said you QU, PT and QU. So now Q to U, a perpendicular, S to T, another perpendicular. This is a perpendicular, this is a perpendicular. Some it is seen by, written by in dotted lines. Clear? Which is just meeting the x-axis at T and U points. T and U points. Very slowly I am saying. First of all, you have to take 2 points in xy plane. Let the first P point, the second will be the Q point. First point coordinate let it be x1, y1 and second point coordinate x2, y2. Then what you did? You join the PQ. Understood? Now draw perpendicular from P. Let it be T. So now the perpendicular, don't say SC, it is P point now. So it is PT and QU. PT and QU. Draw PT and QU to x-axis. What? Perpendicular. You have to draw PT perpendicular and QU perpendicular to x-axis. They are meeting at T and U points. So now you understood it. Now come to the point. What is, just go to the measurements. This is very important. See, from O to anything, any distance will measure from the origin. So now origin is O. O to T. What is this distance? This distance in x-axis. This is x-axis. So in x-axis it is x1. I wrote here x1. O to T, x1. Understood? Similarly, from here to here, O to U, it is in x-axis, it is x2. So, first distance is x1, second distance is x2. In x-axis, I wrote it here. Therefore, OT equal to x1 and OU equal to x2. Then, what is this middle distance? What is this middle distance? Middle distance is OU minus OT. This minus this is this one. So, what is TU? OU minus OT. I wrote here that is x2 minus x1. So, this distance is x2 minus x1. Similarly, you join this. Then what if this is x2 minus x1? So, this distance is x2 minus x1. I put it here SR. So, S2R is also x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1. In x-axis, I am all doing in x-axis only. Now I am going to y-axis. See now, I wrote here in y-axis, PT equal to y1. See, P to T in y-axis, it is y1. The coordinate is y1. Clear? And in the here it is y2. The coordinate is y2. So Q to U is y2 and P to T it is y1. Clear? S to T. S to T it is y1. It is one because it is y1 coordinate. So this is y1. This is y coordinate. So y1, y2, x1, x2. So this is x coordinates, x1, x2. It is over now. Y coordinate, y1 and y2. So what will be this small distance? This small distance q2r. What will be it? Now actually this is y2 minus y1. This is y1. So this is y2. This full is y2. This is y1. This is y1. So y2 minus y1. I wrote it here. y2 minus y1 is this one. What is qr? qr is y2 minus y1. Clear? I hope you understood. Now you see what I did. I wrote the y coordinate. How it came? pt is y1. This is y1. And qu is y2. q2u is y2. Now similarly qr. What is qr? Small distance is y2, big one, minus this one. This one is y1. y2 minus y1. This is coming. Okay. Now what are you observing in this figure? See, I am just going to make you to understand. Look at it. What is this? This is a right angle triangle. See now, in dotted SQR. In triangle SQR. Right angle triangle. I did a right angle sign here. A triangle, right angle triangle SQR. What you want to find? You want to find the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse, largest side. This is the base. This is the height. So SQ. We are going to find out P to Q. What is P to Q? This is PQ. So what is PQ? PQ. We want to find the distance of PQ. So PQ square, the hypotenuse square, is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. What is your base? SR. SR square plus perpendicular QR square. Now it is understood. PQ equal. This is Pythagoras theorem. What is this? This is according to Pythagoras theorem. It is according to Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. So now in Pythagoras theorem you understood the hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus the perpendicular square. So what is the PQ? The square will come to this side for square root. Square root. What is SR? S2R is x2 minus x1 whole square plus what is QR? QR is y2 minus y1. y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is the distance between the P and Q. PQ, the distance we want to find. Now the distance came. PQ is equal to x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square square root. Understood now? Here your notice board is given to you. It is very important for you. What? The distance formula between 2 points. Directly they will ask. You will use the distance formula to get the distance between 2 points. 2 points will be given. You will just use the distance formula to get the result. What is that? That is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square square root is called as the distance formula between any 2 points. For your kind reference, I am saying it again. See. First of all, we are going to find the distance between any 2 points. So 2 points here, one is P point, another is Q point. So P point coordinate I took x1, y1, Q point coordinate I took x2, y2, and I join PQ. After that, I draw perpendicular. PT and QU are the perpendicular. Two x-axis. So it is just meeting the x-axis as T and U point. Okay. Now I go for the what? The measurements. See, in x-axis from here to here, O to T. In x-axis it is x1. So I wrote here x1. In x-axis here it is x2. Here it is x2. So what is this distance? This distance. You have to find out TU. The x2 minus x1. The big one minus the small one is this one. So x2 minus x1. So what is this one? You join this. It is coming x2 minus x1 also. Now what you go for? Y-axis. You will go for y-axis. In y coordinate, this distance is called as the y1 and this distance is called as the y2. So what is this small distance? This small distance is y2 minus y1. This one. This is y1. So y2 minus y1 is the small one. So now it is coming y2 minus y1. After that, you are going for a right angle triangle. What is the right angle triangle? SUR is the right angle triangle. And in that, this is the hypotenuse. P to Q is the hypotenuse. This is the base. This is the perpendicular. So hypotenuse square, PQ square is equal to base square plus the perpendicular square. What is that? PQ is equal to square will come to this side for square root. SR is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. For that reason, I put a notice code for you, that is to remember the formula. Very, very important. Distance between 2 points in a plane, xy plane is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square square root. I hope you understood it. The next part I am doing a sum for you by using the distance formula. By using the distance formula, I am just going to do a sum for you. See what is the question. The question is find the distance between 2 points. A is given to you and B is given to you. You have to find the distance between the 2 points. So now you write your A, that is 4, 3, let it be x1, y1. And B is your 8 and 6, that is x2 and y2. So what will be the distance? The distance will be AB. What will be AB? That is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square square root. That is the formula here. That is the formula. By using direct formula, we can do it. What is x2? 8. What is x1? 4. So 8 minus 4 whole square plus what is y2? 6. 6 minus 3 whole square. That is 4 square plus 3 square. That is 16 plus 9. That is square root. That is square root of 25. That is equal to 5 units. Some students can go for the derivation form method. That means alternative method, that is called as they took 2 points A, B, C in the xy plane. And A is your 4, 3, B is your 8, 6. They draw perpendicular as I said before. Then from here to here, what is the distance? It is 4. And from here to here, what is the distance? It is 8 in x-axis. In y-axis, this distance is 6 and this distance is 3. So what we did? What is this much distance? 8 minus 4, that is 4. So this is 4. So what is this distance? This distance, very small distance, this one. So this is big, that 6 minus 3. This is 3. So this is 6. This is 6. This is 3. So 6 minus 3. I wrote here 3. So it came 3. It came 4. It is a right angle triangle now. So AB is equal to square root of base square. Base means 3 square plus perpendicular is 4. Sorry, base is 4. So perpendicular is 3. So perpendicular square 3 square plus base square. Base square is 4 square. 3 square is 9 plus 4 square 16. 9 plus 16 25. Square root 5 units. So this can be done and this can be done also. But to avoid some confusion, you please go through this formula method, which will be easy for you to get the sums right. Like that, many sums are there. You can take the coordinates from your own mind also. Right now I am taking 4, 3, 8, 6. You can take many coordinates of your own mind and try to get the distance formula and practice it nicely. I hope you understood this part nicely. Now come to the next point. Now I am doing another sum for you. See, in this question, so that this type of questions you have to do very carefully because a lot of distance you have to calculate. So you have to be very careful about your sign, plus or minus signs, and also the calculations, the square roots. Look, I am doing for you. The question is, so that the points 1, 7, 4, 2, minus 1 and minus 4 are the vertices of a square. He is asking you, is it a vertices of a square? See now, solution. If it is a square, generally what is the property of a square? All sides will be equal. All sides will be equal. So I am taking a square figure here. See now, A, B, C, D. In this square, in the adjacent figure, you draw the figure, and A point let it be 1, 7. B point let it be B point is 4, 2. Then C point is minus 1, and the D point is minus 4, 4. I just put the coordinates, and all the sides are equal. So I showed it, and I wrote here. In the adjacent figure, ABCD is a square, and AB is equal to BC equal to CD equal to AD. So now we have to find these distances now. See now how I am finding. Given what is A point? A point is 1, 7, and what is B point? Let it be x1 by 1, and what is B point? Let it be 4, 2, and let it be x2 by 2. Now apply the distance formula for AB. AB is equal to, what is the distance formula? Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So here x2 4, x1 1, 4 minus 1 3, 3 square plus y2 2, 2 minus 7. This one I am saying 2 minus 7. It is coming minus 5. So minus 5 whole square. Be careful for this. 3 square 9, 5 square 25 square root, 9 plus 25 34 square root. Like this it will come. Don't worry. Next go for the second. What is the second? Go to calculate for the, what is CD? AB opposite is CD. So now come to the point CD. C point is minus 1 minus 1, and D point is minus 4 4. Now calculate the distance between CD. What is CD? Same formula you have to add up. That is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So now here see x2 x1. So minus 4 minus of minus 1. Write like this, minus of minus 1. Then put a whole square. This thing I want to say very careful. Minus of minus 1 means plus 1. Minus 4 plus 1, it is 3. 3 square. Okay? Or write minus 4 plus 1. Then next step you can write. Then what is y2? 4. Minus of minus 1. Minus of minus 1. So now what is coming? Minus 4 plus 1, 3. Minus 3. Minus 3 whole square, 9. Then it is 4 plus 1, 5. 5 square, 25. So 9 plus 25, the root over 34. After getting two sides, you cannot say it is a square. Many students are just finding out two sides and they are saying it is a square. These two sides are coming similar, equal. So it is a square. No. You have to go for four sides. The four side measurements will remain same. It is root over 34. That means it will be root over 34. Another two sides will be root over of 34. Then only it is a square. Like that I wrote here. Similarly, you calculate what is your BC and what is your CD. BC, when you are taking B to C, then the coordinates are x1 by 1, x2 by 2. Then minus 1, minus 4. I am just writing here, see. I am doing for you. What is that? Minus 1, minus 4, minus 5. Minus 5 whole square, 25. Plus y2 minus y1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 whole square, 9. Look at it. It is also coming square root of 34. So three sides came equal. So square root of 34, square root of 34, square root of 34. On the one side remaining. C. What is the next side? That is CD. What is C to D? What is CD? BC, sorry. BC opposite is AD. And so it is AD. Sorry. It is AD. So now we are going to find out A to D. So now you see AD point x1 by 1, x2 by 2. So minus 4, minus 1. Minus 5 whole square. Minus 5 whole square is 25 square root plus. Now it is 4. 4 minus 7. Minus 3 whole square. Minus 3 whole square is 9. That is equal to square root of 34. Now we have confirmed that root over square root of 34, square root of 34, square root of 34, square root of 34. So all the sides came same. So these 4 points we can say that it is the vertices of a square. Similar sums will come to you, and like that many sums will be there. Some collinear sums will be there. They will say that 3 points will be there, and they will say that is there belong to the same straight line. A point will be given, B point will be given, C point will be given. And some questions they will say that is these 3 points are on the same straight line, then what to do? You find the AB distance, find the BC distance, AB plus AC. AB plus AC must be equal to what? AB plus BC. AB plus BC must be equal to AC. Then only these 3 points are in on the same straight line. All the distance, here you have to calculate AB distance, BC distance, AC distance, then add AB, BC and see whether it is coming with same with the AC or not. So I hope you understand the Honda of the what? The distance formula in XY plane and the formula also. Try to remember the formula by which you can do the sums nicely. Practice the sums after getting it from the video. Practice the sums nicely from your book by taking to practice the distance formula. You can take the coordinates from your own mind, and also you can take many coordinates to prove it as a square, to prove it as a rectangle, to prove it as a triangle. Triangle, what is the property of a triangle? Sum of the two sides must be greater than the third side. If it is a triangle, then try to sum up two sides you find, three sides you find, then add two sides, it must be greater than the third side, then it is a triangle. The vertices are the triangle. Like that sums are there in the book. Please go through it and practice it nicely, and I hope you understood it nicely. Thank you very much.